Hello, this is J9LP, and we're still, well, watching, really, Crimzon Clover World Ignition, or at least my last replay of it. Lucky I actually managed to save it. And now we're pretty much in the second part of stage 5, and what's going on here? What is this? What this is this is exactly my thoughts when I first saw it. I was like, what the heck is going on? This is one of the main bosses and he's coming up behind me, and luckily I can get into double break mode at this point, because otherwise, oh my gosh. And luckily the lock-ons actually work fine with this as well, and I'm actually able to destroy it. So this is a really really interesting part of the level, must be said. There is a heck of a lot of ordnance being thrown at you at this point, and further on you'll actually get to a point where you're kind of seeing not necessarily the actual bosses, but at least, I suppose, elements of them. So you've got the usual lasers there, and then those horrible spike bally things, and then this looks familiar. It certainly does indeed. I actually thought, well, I'm screwed at this point. Luckily, luckily I pretty much was screwed at that point, really. But luckily it was enough to build up at least something for me to actually get through this. I think that was on the third or fourth level boss. You saw those lasers, and that was probably the first thing. That was pretty much the first thing that completely lynched me. And yeah, I don't know how I survived this, but somehow I did, and I'm pretty damn grateful for that. My gosh. Well, I think we can all guess what's gonna happen here. Yep. It's the not necessarily final, because, well, it's never the final boss if you don't actually get it through without getting hit. But we're fighting, wait a minute, one of these. Yeah. So this was kind of a surprise. I mean, it does remind me of a shmup. It seems like a homage to a shmup that did something similar to this, but I forget which one at this particular moment in time, really. It does actually draw some decent influences from some other bullet hell shmups, but it does it in a way that still holds the uniqueness of this game. Does it pretty well, and this was actually quite a fun boss to fight, despite the fact that it completely owned me at this point, because I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, thunder bullets, oh my god, please don't hit me. Well, I managed to survive that, luckily enough. Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of it, and I think I made a complete total lot of screw up here at this point around, because yeah, it was at this point here. I should really have paid attention to what was going on, but it's not particularly easy thing to dodge through the bullets at different sizes going at different speeds. Anyway, so one thing I found out about this game is actually was released in the arcade. This was originally an actual arcade machine, and yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all, so please don't hate me for that, because it looks easy to dodge. But yeah, this is my first ever time seeing this boss. I was completely caught unawares, and I was determined not to try and get it to hit me again, but ultimately I misjudged that horribly. So yeah, this is my second continue. So I actually think this game being in the arcade is, is pretty cool, and shows that it does have that kind of a future in those sorts of things. But then again, since these are now readily available on Steam and other sort of digital storefronts, well, pretty much still, it's actually doing all right there. So I didn't get much of a score for obvious reasons, and well, that is it. That is Crimzon Clover World Ignition. Unfortunately, you don't get to see the proper end there because, well, it's a replay. I might have another go of it just to see if I can do at least try and do a 1cc one. I'm not promising anything though. But you may find out in the next video, or maybe not. We'll just have to see it happens. Until then, keep on playing, folks. Or find out what happens in the next video. Take your pick.